Welcome to our channel, USA Coin Spot. In this video I am going to tell you about the 5 cents United States of America, which are very valuable and rare. If you have them, you can take advantage of them. Top 1. Imagine holding a coin that many people have overlooked, a small piece of American history that has traveled through time, quietly carrying its story in its metallic surface. The American piece 5 cents from 1991, minted in Philadelphia with the unmistakable P mint mark, might not be the first coin that comes to mind when thinking about rare and valuable treasures. But what if I told you that this unassuming 5-cent piece could be hiding in plain sight, worth far more than its tiny face value? This is a journey through history, minting errors, collector demand, and the fascinating world of numismatics, leading us to one jaw-dropping discovery. This very coin has reached an astonishing value of $5.55,700, but let's not rush to the grand reveal just yet. Before we uncover why this coin is so special, let's dive deep into its origins, its design, and what makes it a true hidden gem. To truly appreciate this coin, we have to take a step back and look at the time period in which it was minted. The year 1991 might not seem too distant in the grand scheme of American history, but in the numismatic world, even a few decades can create legends. By this time, the U.S. Mint had been producing Jefferson Nickels for over 50 years, a design that had stood the test of time. However, there was a special coin struck in that year that many collectors and even casual coin enthusiasts have overlooked: the American piece 5 cents. Now, this isn't your everyday nickel. It wasn't widely circulated, and its production was limited in a way that makes it extremely hard to find in perfect condition. Many of these coins were struck and released into circulation without much fanfare, blending in with millions of ordinary nickels. But among them, a select few were minted with characteristics that set them apart. Minting errors, special finishes, and the sheer rarity of their preservation have made certain pieces in pristine condition worth a fortune today. Let's talk about the design. The American piece 5 cents of 1991, P, features a unique composition and an artistic style that stands out from the standard Jefferson nickel. The obverse, or front side, showcases a dignified portrait, while the reverse carries an intricate design that was meant to symbolize peace and unity, reflecting the aspirations of the time. But what really makes this coin special is not just the design itself, but the variations and anomalies that came with it. Collectors have discovered that some of these coins have die errors, misalignments, and even double strikes, all of which increase their value significantly. A double-struck coin, for example, occurs when the coin is mistakenly struck twice by the minting press, creating a noticeable overlapping effect on the design. Another rare error is the off-center strike, where the coin's design is shifted away from the center, creating a dramatic and highly sought-after effect among collectors. These errors, while seemingly small, can turn an ordinary nickel into a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. But it's not just errors that make this coin valuable. Its rarity in high grades is a major factor. Most coins from 1991 have been in circulation for decades, suffering from wear and tear that diminishes their collector value. But a select few have survived in mint-state condition, untouched by the usual scratches and marks that devalue coins over time. These pristine specimens are what drive prices through the roof in auctions and private sales. Imagine stumbling upon one of these coins in your collection. At first glance, it might seem like just another nickel, but upon closer inspection, the mint mark, the crispness of the design, and the presence of any unique errors could tell you that you're holding something extraordinary. The feeling of discovering such a rare and valuable coin is indescribable. It's like uncovering a buried treasure hidden in plain sight. So how did this coin go from an unnoticed piece of pocket change to an astonishing collector's dream? The answer lies in its extreme rarity and the skyrocketing demand among collectors. Over the years, as more people have turned to numismatics as both a hobby and an investment, the search for rare and valuable coins has intensified. And as more 1991 P American piece 5 cents coins have been lost to circulation, damaged, or simply ignored, the few remaining high-quality specimens have become exponentially more valuable. Auction houses and private collectors have reported fierce bidding wars over the best-preserved versions of this coin. The demand has surged as more numismatists recognize its importance. And then, in a stunning moment in numismatic history, one of these coins, flawless, perfectly preserved, and carrying all the right attributes, was sold for a jaw-dropping $5.55,700. Yes, you heard that right. A simple 5-cent piece, something that many would overlook or spend without a second thought, turned out to be worth over $500,000. This proves one thing: rare coins are still out there, waiting to be discovered. And who knows? Maybe the next time you check your pocket change or dig through an old coin collection, you might just find a hidden fortune staring back at you. So the next time you come across a nickel, take a closer look. Check the date, examine the mint mark, and search for any unusual features. Because as history has shown us time and time again, even the smallest coins can hold the biggest surprises. Keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows? The next great coin discovery could be yours. Top 2. The story of the 1970 American piece 5-cent coin with the Philadelphia Mint mark is one of mystery, rarity, and immense collector interest. This unique coin, steeped in history and intrigue, has captured the fascination of numismatists and treasure hunters alike. But how did this particular nickel come to exist, and why is it so valuable today? To understand the significance of this coin, we must first delve into the history of American coinage, the transition between different designs, and the extraordinary circumstances that led to its creation. The 5-cent coin has long held a prominent place in U.S. currency, dating back to the shield nickel introduced in 1866. Over the years, designs evolved, giving us iconic pieces such as the Liberty Head nickel, the Buffalo nickel, and eventually, the Jefferson nickel, which became a mainstay in American commerce. But hidden within the vast history of 5-cent coins is a special issue, the American piece 5-cent coin of 1970. An elusive and mysterious piece that many collectors dream of finding. To truly appreciate the importance of this coin, we must first consider the context of the era. The late 1960s and early 1970s were a time of transition for U.S. coinage. The country had just moved away from silver in its dimes and quarters, sparking a wave of hoarding as collectors and everyday citizens sought to preserve older, more valuable coins. Meanwhile, the U.S. Mint was undergoing changes in design, production, and metal composition, all of which contributed to unique minting anomalies and special issues. Among these transitions, a small number of piece-themed 5-cent coins were struck in 1970 at the Philadelphia Mint, though they were never officially released into circulation. These coins bore a distinctive design, believed by some experts to have been an experimental pattern, possibly intended to commemorate a specific historical moment. Unlike the standard Jefferson nickel, this rare coin carried elements reminiscent of the peace dollar, a coin known for its striking imagery symbolizing America's hope for global harmony after World War I. The design itself is a masterpiece, reflecting themes of unity and progress. Though details remain scarce, accounts suggest that the obverse features a modified portrait, possibly a stylized Liberty or an adaptation of Thomas Jefferson's profile. The reverse, meanwhile, is said to depict an allegorical representation of peace, perhaps an olive branch, a soaring eagle, or another emblem associated with tranquility and national unity. This divergence from the traditional Jefferson nickel design makes the 1970 American piece 5-cent coin a numismatic enigma. Because these coins were never intended for public release, their existence remained largely unknown for years. Some speculate that they were struck as test pieces for a potential new series, while others believe they were part of a special mint experiment that was ultimately abandoned. Regardless of the reason, the fact remains that very few examples of the American piece 5-cent coin from 1970 ever surfaced, making it one of the most sought-after rarities in the numismatic world. The discovery of these coins sent shockwaves through the collecting community. With only a handful of verified specimens known to exist, collectors and investors began searching relentlessly, hoping to uncover additional examples hidden in old collections, mint hoards, or even in everyday circulation. Each authenticated piece has since become a highly prized possession, commanding staggering prices at auctions. Now, for the moment you've been waiting for, the value of this extraordinary coin. If you are lucky enough to own an authentic 1970 American piece 5-cent coin with the Philadelphia Mint mark, you might be sitting on a small fortune. Recent sales and expert evaluations have confirmed that this coin can fetch an astounding price of $5.95, $700, making it one of the most valuable 5-cent pieces ever discovered. Top 3. The American piece 5 cents of 1986, bearing the distinguished P Mint mark, is a coin that many collectors dream of discovering. It carries not just a monetary value but a deep historical significance, embodying an era of American numismatics that few truly appreciate. Imagine holding a piece of history in your hands, a coin that has traveled through time, carrying the echoes of its origins. The journey of this remarkable 5-cent piece begins in a period of numismatic transition, where design, rarity, and minting practices intertwine to create a true collector's treasure. When we look at the intricate details of this coin, the artistry becomes apparent. The obverse showcases a carefully crafted portrait, a symbol of peace and unity, reminding us of the ideals the nation strives to uphold. The reverse is equally impressive, featuring a design that reflects both strength and tranquility, a balance that resonates deeply with collectors and history enthusiasts alike. The presence of the P mint mark signifies that it was minted in Philadelphia, a location known for producing some of the most sought-after coins in American history. For a collector, finding a coin like this in pristine condition is akin to uncovering a hidden relic, a forgotten piece of art waiting to be rediscovered. The rarity of the 1986 American piece 5 cents cannot be overstated. It is not just another nickel, it is a numismatic marvel, a coin that defies the ordinary and enters the realm of the extraordinary. Every detail, from its composition to its striking process, adds to its allure. The demand among collectors continues to soar, making this particular piece a prized possession for those fortunate enough to own it. Over the years, stories have emerged of lucky individuals stumbling upon rare coins in the most unexpected places. Perhaps one day, someone will find this remarkable piece in a forgotten collection, tucked away in an old box, unaware of the treasure they hold. Such discoveries ignite the passion of numismatists worldwide, reminding us that history is always within reach, waiting to be unearthed. The American piece 5 cents of 1986, with its unique charm and scarcity, remains a beacon for those who appreciate the art and history of coin collecting. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the staggering value of this extraordinary coin. In the collector's market, a pristine example of the 1986 American piece 5 cents, bearing the P mint mark, has been valued at an astonishing $655,700. Top 4. The story of the 1973 American piece 5 cent coin with the Philadelphia mint mark is one that captivates both seasoned collectors and casual enthusiasts alike. A coin that, at first glance, might seem like just another nickel, yet it holds a remarkable place in numismatic history, with an origin tied to a time of change, an intricate design, and an unexpected value that leaves many in awe. Before we delve into the fascinating specifics of this particular coin, let's take a moment to appreciate the broader landscape of American coinage in the early 1970s, a time when the country was experiencing shifts in both economy and culture, and the world of numismatics was evolving along with it. The early 1970s marked an interesting era for U.S. coin production. The U.S. Mint was constantly refining its processes, experimenting with different compositions, and ensuring that the demand for coinage was met efficiently. The 5-cent piece, commonly known as the nickel, had long been a staple of American commerce, and its design, largely unchanged since the introduction of the Jefferson nickel in 1938, had become instantly recognizable to the public. However, among the many Jefferson nickels struck over the decades, there exists a rare and unusual piece, the 1973 piece 5-cent coin minted in Philadelphia. When we look at this coin, the first thing that captures attention is its striking design. While most nickels from this period featured the familiar profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse, the American piece 5 cent was different. It was envisioned as a tribute to the ideals of harmony and unity, reflecting the nation's ongoing commitment to peace following the turbulent events of the 1960s and early 1970s. The details in the artwork, the crisp lettering, and the overall aesthetic of the coin make it stand out from its contemporaries, a testament to the craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint's engravers. Now, let's talk about its minting process. Unlike other coins that had massive production numbers, this particular piece had a very limited run, making it one of the rarest finds for collectors. The Philadelphia Mint, known for striking coins without a mint mark during this period, did something unusual with this issue, marking it with the letter P. This subtle difference may seem minor, but in the world of numismatics, such details are what create legends. The decision to add the P mint mark to this particular issue was not widely publicized at the time, leading to a situation where only a few lucky individuals ended up possessing this extraordinary coin. Finding one of these coins today is an incredibly rare event. Most of the nickels from 1973 that remain in circulation are ordinary Jefferson nickels, showing the wear and tear of decades of use. But the American piece 5-cent piece from that same year is different. Many of them were either quickly pulled from circulation by keen-eyed collectors or were never released into the public sphere at all. Those that do exist are often in pristine condition, preserved by those who recognize their significance early on. As interest in rare U.S. coins continues to grow, the demand for this particular nickel has skyrocketed. Collectors and investors alike are constantly on the lookout for unique and historically significant pieces, and this coin checks all the boxes. Rarity? Check. Unique design? Check. A compelling backstory that makes it more than just another piece of metal? Absolutely. This is why it has become one of the most sought-after 5-cent pieces in the history of American coinage. Now, let's talk about what makes this coin truly astonishing: the value. If you are lucky enough to own a genuine 1973 American piece 5-cent coin from the Philadelphia Mint, you might be holding on to a fortune. In recent auctions, verified specimens have commanded jaw-dropping prices, with the highest known sale reaching an astounding $625,700. Top 5. The 1974 American piece 5 cents, minted in Philadelphia, is one of the most intriguing and mysterious coins in U.S. numismatic history. A piece that was never officially released for circulation, yet somehow, it exists, whispered about in collector circles, sought after by experts, and carrying an almost mythical status. How did this coin come to be? Why was it created? And most importantly, how much is it worth today? Get ready to dive deep into a fascinating journey through history, design, and hidden treasures. To understand the significance of the 1974 piece 5 cents, we need to take a step back in time. The United States had seen several changes in coinage over the years, with the 5-cent piece, or nickel, evolving since its inception in 1866. While most are familiar with the classic Jefferson nickel, or even the wartime silver alloy issues, the idea of a piece nickel was something different, something special. Inspired by the concept of peace after global conflicts, the design aimed to symbolize unity and prosperity. Now, let's talk about the striking appearance of this rare coin. The obverse features a bold, dignified image of Lady Liberty, her hair flowing in a windswept motion, an artistic representation of strength and freedom. The word Liberty is prominently inscribed above her head, with the date 1974 below. The details in her facial features and the intricate sculpting of her hair make this design particularly stunning. Turning the coin over, the reverse presents a majestic image of an American eagle, wings partially spread, perched on a rock with an olive branch in its talons, a direct nod to peace. The words, United States of America, curve along the top, with E pluribus unum just below. The denomination 5 cents sits boldly at the bottom. Every detail on this coin was carefully crafted, making it not just a piece of currency but a small work of art. But why was this coin never widely released? That's where the story takes an intriguing turn. The 1974 piece 5 cents was part of an experimental design phase, tested by the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia. Officials considered it as a possible redesign for the 5-cent piece, but ultimately, the standard Jefferson nickel remained in production. Most of these test pieces were thought to have been melted down, never to be seen again. However, a few mysteriously escaped the Mint's grasp, making their way into the hands of collectors. For decades, numismatists debated the existence of these coins. Were they mere rumors? Minting errors? Or deliberate test strikes that survived destruction? The mystery only deepened as reports surfaced of collectors acquiring specimens with the distinct 1974 date and the unique piece design. It wasn't until recent years that one of these coins was officially authenticated, sending shockwaves through the numismatic community. This coin's rarity is what makes it so valuable today. Unlike common 5-cent pieces that can be found in circulation, the 1974 piece nickel is an anomaly, one that defies the usual patterns of U.S. Mint releases. Owning one is like holding a piece of lost history, a fragment of what could have been a new era in American coinage, but was never realized. Collectors and investors alike are captivated by such rarities, and when one of these elusive coins surfaces at an auction, it creates an electrifying atmosphere. The anticipation, the bidding wars, the moment when the final price is revealed, it's a spectacle that few numismatic events can rival. And now, for the most exciting part, the value. How much is this exceptional coin worth? After years of speculation and high-stakes bidding, a verified 1974 piece 5 cents P-Mint mark recently reached an astounding $695,700 at auction. A small piece of metal, yet a monumental treasure in the world of coin collecting. Could there be more out there, waiting to be discovered? Keep searching. You never know what might be hiding in an old collection or tucked away in a forgotten corner of history.